Here to keep the chase going, share information, spread unity, preserve our heritage and our culture. We're trying to achieve something that you just can't catch. We're always trying to find a better way, trying to make better dogs. That's what Dixie Doggers Podcast is. That's who we are.
This episode is brought to you by Rankin Ranch 38 Cattle Company. Marc Rankin specializes in Brahma and Brahma Cross cattle in Oglethorpe County, Georgia. You can contact him at 407-832-2077. 407-832-2077. This episode is also brought to you by Phil Wilson of UC Hunting Properties. If you're buying or selling land, farms, or hunting property, these folks know land. You can contact him at 678-791-3483, 678-791-3483, or visit his website down below in the description.
All right, everybody, we're back here one more time. We're doing it again, doing it over and over and over and over again. We got to keep enough episodes coming out to keep everybody happy, and we got a good listener on here with us today as a guest. Ran up on this guy one time when I was I was down there in Fargo with some of them old boys down there, and went to the gas station, got me a cup of coffee while everybody else was sleeping. While them other bad boys were sleeping, old Charlie was out there collaring dogs up. I said, "Look at this dude." I said, "He ain't playing around." And that's how we met. So this is Charlie Watkins, y'all. Y'all welcome into the show. And Charlie, how's everything going with you, brother?
Hey, it's going good, man. Going good. Just chilling.
That's good. Yeah, I've told 2 or 3 people, I said, man, we was up there, and I said, I just was walking down the parking lot, and we started talking to people, I said, y'all was collaring dogs up. And I said, and we started talking a little bit, and now we stay in touch pretty regular.
Oh yeah. We was running behind. My buddy had one hemmed up, but we didn't get there in time, and he got across the boundary on us. But
yeah, because that's what we were discussing, who we were hunting with down there with Cody and them, and y'all hunt just right across the road or something, ain't it? Pretty close. To the same area. Yeah,
it's right there next to each other. It ain't far.
Dude, man, that place down there, everybody hunts.
Oh yeah. Especially right there in that area, that's all you're going to see is dog boxes.
Shit, that ain't no joke. I knew, like I said, I seen one truck the whole trip that didn't have a dog box. And I don't think they were hanging around. They was just driving through, you know what I mean? So,
more than likely.
But that was some thick country. The gallberries suck.
Them big old wait a minute vines suck.
That's a wait 2 or 3 minutes on some of them sumbitches, boy. God,
yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I've seen some of them people using those little battery-powered hand saws, like little chainsaws.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Most of the bear hunters do that.
Yeah, it was Jason and Jason. I can't remember the other guy's name. Dadgummit.
Kyle?
Yeah, Jason and Kyle. We got to see a bear put up a tree that Sunday morning, I believe it was. They hollered at. No, it was right after I talked to you. That's what it was. We got back to the store. And one of them had called and was talking to Cody and was like, he said, we got one, the dogs were out. They were training season or something. I don't remember. Anyway, and they had a young bear pushed up a tree, and we went over there, went in there with them. That's the first one that we got to see in that kind of situation. It's pretty damn slick though. That's some tough country down there.
Yeah, it's you can't be weak and your dogs can't be weak. That's for sure.
No, negative. Now, what kind of dogs do y'all run? Give us a rundown. Well, first off, let's jump back on that. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from. Even though we just kind of went over that, and what kind of dogs you run, and what all y'all do.
All right. Well, I'm Charlie Watkins. I'm from North Florida, right here in Lake Butler. And like I said, I hunt in Fargo, right there. My club's on the Florida-Georgia line. But me personally, I don't have a preference of what kind of dog. Hell, if it works, it works. I mean, I got hounds, I got walkers, plots, red tick plots. I got black mouth curs, Catahoula crosses, bulldog crosses.
Yeah, I know exactly exactly what we do.
So yeah, but I mean, I got about 7 or 8 hounds, and I got about 15 different cur dogs and crossed up stuff like that. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, that's
Now y'all run
I
silent
like.
dogs or open dog? They open up some.
So all my cur dogs are silent and pretty much on catching. If you hear barking, it's something serious. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, them hounds, they gonna bark every breath. I mean, that's how I grew up hunting, really.
Yeah.
So
Now with running both of those, do you find it's harder to catch with one than the other, or harder to stop a hog, or
um,
is one faster or one better or what?
I feel like it's all up to the hog, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the barking dogs, because I mean, of course, I'll tell you, I'm not. I mean, I catch way more hogs with my cur dogs than my hounds, but I'm also not running my hounds at nighttime when the hogs are, what I'm saying, right off the road or
Yeah.
just in there a little bit. I think you're putting on the track, or I mean, even if the dog's rig or whatever, but mainly with my hounds, I'm just putting on the track. And hell, they trailing from the road, so he's gonna know they're coming. It's up to the hog if he wants to run or not. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna go a lot further, if they decide to get up and run. I don't care how fast the hound is, really.
Gotcha.
But yeah, definitely the silent dogs. You going 9 times out of 10, you'll get them stopped faster.
I got
But
you. Now I was just curious, like I said, because there's always a debate on, and then you'll have some people that are, they'd rather run an open dog than a silent dog. Very
hmm
seldom are you ever going to find somebody that has both.
oh yeah, no, I love both. I mean, just because like right now I can't hunt in my club because it was bear season, and
Mm-hmm.
my buddies and them, I let them, they do their bear thing in there, and then now it's muzzleloading. So I mean, I haven't went since Labor Day weekend, but um, no, I love running my hounds. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hell yeah.
But them cur dogs, when I get called to them little still hunting spots, that's that's my bread and butter right there with that.
They put it on them, huh?
Oh yeah.
And they're a lot rougher dogs too, huh?
Yeah, and I mean sometimes that hurts me. I mean I ain't about to sit here and say yeah, I catch every single one that I
Mm-hmm.
put on, but um if there's five there and I get on all five, probably three and a half of them gonna be stretched.
There you go. Now I've seen some of them
But
hogs down there. That's some big hogs.
yeah, there is. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people catch a lot of good hogs around here,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt for sure.
Now I've seen
But
some that's got them like the tusk, man. They're like yellow or black looking. They're way different than ones we catch. Uh,
yeah,
Now that's them old swamp hogs, I guess. Whatever them.
hmm
What is that?
yeah,
The Okefenokee?
that's them Finoki
Yeah,
blades.
that's the Fenoki blades there, boy. It's something different.
Something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird how they're. Some of them will be black, which I
Mm-hmm.
catch a lot of white hogs. I've caught, I don't know, quite a few white hogs. All their teeth was black. It was weird.
Yeah, I bet that is weird.
Just must be
So
the water.
I think that's what I said. I think it's all that old black water down there.
yeah, tell her.
Has to kind of. I
Yeah,
guess it would
tell her.
stain them up or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know that some of them hogs down there that we seen, like I said, they were built a little different, and it seems like everything there is born running. They run.
Yeah, they will, and I've heard somebody say in a podcast before this, would you, um, that everybody's killing the ones that say that's not running,
Yeah,
and all the runners are breeding, which is, I believe it.
yeah. It's honestly that's how it's been for the past 15 years that I've noticed. The past 10 years for sure. Even where we're at, man. Used to if we put out on a hog or something, like we was gonna bait him up pretty quick or catch
Oh
him,
yeah,
whatever. And now it's like anywhere we go, even if there's no pressure, they want to run. You know, even if the hogs have never been pressured before, and where we live at, man, there's not a lot of guys that run hog dogs. And
I probably wouldn't run a damn hog dog up there.
It's some rough cuts. Some of it's pretty rough.
Man, I get tired watching the videos. I say, man, ain't no way.
Hey, we get in some spots sometimes, man. It's old Miles Threadgill came hunting with us and hung out for a few days, and we got in some kind of fucked up spot. Like we were on a ledge, on a bluff, on a cliff, about 30 foot. It was only like 30 foot up, but still, I mean, and there literally was, I don't know how in the hell the dog and the hog got there. I still don't know how they did it. But they did, and I will say that, man, my hat's off to Miles. He just kind of pushed me out of the way and went on in there and grabbed the hold. You know what I mean? He didn't waste no time, and that's the kind of people I like to be around.
Yeah, no doubt.
A lot of folks, they'll kind of freeze up when they first see that. You know, like, oh my God, what's happening? But if it's guys like us, we've been around it. It don't matter where you're at. It's going to be the same thing, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
But like you talking about being tired coming up here, dude, I think we got just as tired crawling on our hands and knees and belly trying to get to a damn sow. It was only 160 yards.
Yeah, I mean, dude, some of them, I mean, what you seen it, you said that right there. Dude, a lot of them places, if I hear it squealing sometimes, I'm like, man.
Just let them take care of it.
I don't even want to, that,
yeah.
The devil's kitchen, what I call it.
we let them go and stretch them out and just go ahead and, you know, if there's a high pitched squeal, yeah, we got to where we just.
I mean, honestly, if it's small enough for them to catch it, it's not like it's going to be alive real long.
No, if it's more than 5 minutes, they done got it took apart.
Yeah.
And ain't no sense in.
There's some bad woods for sure.
Ain't no sense in you having to crawl and climb and do all that if you ain't got to. So
unless we're running the run and catch dogs.
Yeah.
But usually you can.
You know how bad that sounded, Nate? You're like talking about them. If they're small enough they catch it, then it's going to be killed anyway. It's like, and that's our bay dogs.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's our bay dogs.
I'm just saying, if it's under 20 pounds, it's probably a goner.
If it's under 100 pounds, like someday.
I'm gonna be honest. Something happened to Louis, and he don't like a little pig.
No, and that's fine with me though.
Louis, my buttermilk trimmer, and if he ever gets in on a shoat race, he comes back just red.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Louis.
Oh yeah. It started out.
He learned that he didn't have to bay him anymore. He learned he could just kill him.
He started out baying them.
Yeah, he did, and then one day he just knotted up on one, and
he grew up.
I was like, all right, you know.
Well, it happened in Fargo's where it fucking started.
Because he jumped like 3 pigs, and
there was pigs everywhere,
and then learned about that terrain, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not."
He's like, slow. I ain't chasing these some bitches, I'm catching them.
Yeah,
yeah. If you bust up a group in like one of them ponds, you
hang it up
9 times out of 10. Not one. Well, yeah, for yourself, 100%. But if you got good relay dogs, 9 times out of 10, there'll be. If it was a group of hogs, they'll be right there somewhere in that pond. I mean, they haven't checked out yet.
That's what we found, that there's a there's a good population of hogs, and we had our dogs. They broke. Well, that Louis dog he's talking about, he busted up a group, and they were headed toward the swamp, toward the Okefenokee, and when they come across that one long flat there, one wide spot. Well, by the time they got out in the middle of it, hell, they was on different hogs. I mean, it was, dude, we turned loose, and it was probably everybody else was at home. I think Cody was going to sleep. Connor was me and you and Connor was about the only ones awake there for a while. And like the dogs just stayed gone for like 5.5 hours just running.
Oh, my.
And they were like, "What are they doing?" I was like, "They just run, like they're running themselves to death."
They just couldn't. But that's one thing I like about Louis is once Louis starts it, he might not can finish it, but he will give it hell.
He'll keep on
running the back and just keep running back to it and run it. He'll run it over and over and over and over.
He's retarded.
Yeah, I love him.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm not too. I don't know. Me personally, I don't like a long race unless I'm running a deer. But
Fair enough.
yeah, it gets hot down here when I really can hunt, and other than that, we're hunting management areas during deer season. So
Now you hunt a lot. You run a lot of deer dogs.
My
You run
buddy's
a good
got deer
bit.
dogs, so I'll go with him. Oh yeah, that's what I grew up doing. Meat dogs, really.
Yeah.
I mean, my papa ran his walker dogs on deer and hogs, so and they were.
Tell us a little bit about that right there. Tell us about your papa, and you got any stories and
Um.
stuff about that, about growing up hunting with him?
Oh yeah. Shoot, man, he had me in the woods since I was 3 months old. Um. His name was Glenn, but we hunted all over. We hunted in Cross City over there next to the Gulf, and um years back. I mean, after that, we was right here near Gainesville, a place called Rocky Creek,
Mm-hmm.
and buddy Justin Becker. Actually, that's where we met at, and I mean, he's quite a bit older than me, but that's where he remembered me from. But shoot, man, that was the best days ever. I swear to God, I was a real killer. I was a real killer back then.
Put it on him.
Oh yeah, everybody give me their doe tags, and it was one of them deals. I couldn't tell you how many doe deer I've killed in that club. It was ridiculous.
How old was you when you
But
killed your first one? When you got your first dog?
so I got my first. I was 6 or 7. I killed it in front of dogs.
Nice.
But yeah, I had old break barrel 20 gauge with a toothpick as a sight, and
Hell yeah.
yeah, I hit her with one pellet. One pellet in the ham, and I guess it was a main artery or something. But
Damn.
yeah, he's put me on quite a bit of deer, and I mean he had some. Actually, somebody was telling me a couple days ago that about some walker dogs he had, which I can't remember them, but they were 6 gyps, and he said, man, it didn't matter whatever they was on. He said you put them on a hog, and he get in there and stop. Now these running walkers, these ain't no tree and stock.
Yeah.
He said it didn't matter how big it was. He said you get in there, there ain't gonna be nothing left of him. He said they eat everything.
Hell
So,
yeah.
but that's mainly why I like, I got running walkers. I got a plot and a red tick cross, but I really like the running walker style just because, I like faster stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they tend
yeah,
to
man.
move on pretty good, and they can push the track good too.
Yeah, and I mean you got to obviously hog hunt. You got to have the right running walker. You don't want one that's just trying to run it.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, my hounds are pretty gritty as well, but
I've never. Have you ever had that issue like with having the running dogs where they run it? And now I've talked to what I'm about to say is I've talked to a couple other guys and they've had the running walkers, Julys, and they would run the hog, and as soon as it would stop, they'd bay for just a minute, and then they'd leave and go find something else to run.
oh no,
Because it quit running. You know what I mean? They wanted
yeah,
just to run. I didn't know if you'd ever had
yeah,
any of
no,
that or not, or dealt with
that's what I. If that happens, then I'm gonna call up. I'm gonna call up one of my deer hunting buddies and ask him, "Hey, I got this dog. I don't know if it'll run a deer or not. I'm sure it will, but it ain't cutting out for me. And if they don't want it, then I
Night night.
don't know what to tell them.
Yeah, gotta go.
Yeah, but no, I try not to keep. Yeah, you can't stay here. I got too many dogs that will do it. You can't stay here if you're gonna halfway do it for me.
That's right. Because it costs the same to feed them.
You right?
You can feed a good dog for the same price it takes to feed a shitty dog, and you can actually do something with a good one.
You're right about that. Hell, I got 36, I think.
There you
And
go.
yeah, no, I'm trying to slim down a little bit.
So what do you with having that many dogs? What's your feed schedule, your feed regimen like? I mean, what kind of feed are you using, or do you feed raw? Do you use the hogs and deer and stuff like that to feed?
So I normally, for the longest, I mean, I was feeding Showtime, black bag of Showtime for the longest, and then I switched to the black bag of Value Pack, and then that started messing her stomach up. So I just went back to the Showtime, But
Yeah.
one of my buddies actually just ordered a pallet of some, I don't know, it's something with a C,
Yeah.
but they use it up north with them, dogs in the cold,
Yeah.
and it's all fish protein in it, a lot of fish oils and stuff.
Mhm.
And they say it's some good stuff. You feed them less, and you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that
It ain't.
there's one that what is it, Inuk Shook?
Yeah.
Yeah, in nutshell,
Is
that's
that
what I'm
it?
talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's dude. I will say, like you said, with the Showtime feed, we fed it for a long time. We pushed it hard, and I don't really have nothing bad to say about it. It's still, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. We got a different route that we do. For the money, it's a really good feed. There's no doubt. But now you get to that Inuk Shook, it's a little more money, but you're still going to feed less of it than you would whatever you're feeding. I have never heard anybody say anything bad about it.
Yeah, that's what my buddy, he's been feeding it for the last 2 months, and he went from feeding 4 cups to I think he said 1 cup, and he said, dude, you
Holy
can't even tell
shit.
the difference. He said you can't even tell the difference, and he was feeding
That's 75%, man.
yeah, and he was feeding the value pack, the gray bag, so that was even higher than the black pack.
Yeah,
That
what is it? 28
30.
or 30?
Well,
Okay.
the black one's 30/20.
Okay.
So I think the nut shirt's like 33/28 or something like that, or something. So yeah, I'm gonna switch up to that, and I don't know. It's just got to find a different way. And I mean, I go get some raw like bone
Yeah.
after they saw the bone up and all that meat and all the gunk. I go get
That's
that from
right.
my buddies down the road, mix that in, or some peanut butter or something like that. But
we've done the peanut butter, man. That right there will put it on them.
oh yeah.
You just got to be careful though, because like they'll start shitting straight peanut butter, and but that little tricks like that, and it really ain't tricks or nothing. It's just being mindful of what you're doing to be able to have a big yard. Because I know some people, the first they've got a few dogs, and they're always like, well, I can't have more than that because I can't afford them. And I understand that, and that's a good way to be. But if you do have a lot of dogs,
there's ways to
there's
it.
ways to do it.
Yeah, there's definitely ways to it. You just got to reach out. There's that daggum train.
Yeah, it's dude. I don't
follows
know.
me.
It follows me. I swear. I don't give a damn what. Like if like this time, we're an hour later. We started an hour. What is an hour or a little over an hour later?
We're at
than
the house. It's a different.
Like this is a whole different train, whole nother world. And
There you go,
I don't know how I can even hear it. He's miles down the road, but it sounds like he's right here. But that's part of it. But fucking trains. I just do not like trains anymore at all. At all. So we've been working on everything to get the new studio done, so that way we can.
Y'all in the new studio, ain't you?
No, not today.
Oh no.
No,
okay.
we were hoping we would be in there, but didn't make it.
We're getting close. We have the new slab of wood and the legs to cut out for the new podcast table.
The new table.
So we just got to finish building that.
I got to put that together. Well, the main holdup was the power.
Yeah.
It took shit, I don't know. Nathan put the
breaker.
Put the transfer order or put the power order in. It took them about a week just to get out there. And
I think it's 3 days, 4 days.
Because
they said they didn't need some information.
It was a full week.
They said the information was optional, so I didn't enter it because I didn't feel like looking it up. And then there's like, "Hey, we need that." And I was like, "Then why didn't you tell me to put it in there?"
It's a long rigmarole, bunch of shit.
Bureaucracy.
And then the damn the breakers, the main breaker, it was like froze, like stuck, wouldn't work. And of course, it's a special order breaker, and it's like $220 for one breaker. And it's going to be 6 weeks before they could get it. And I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, we'll just do a whole new box. But anyway, I did some engineering, and we got some power.
Well, that's good.
So maybe, just maybe, by by next Monday we will be in the studio. Maybe before that, honestly. But
Hey.
You might get mad at it. Work on it a lot.
yeah, I'll be up most of the night tonight trying to get the slabs done. Anyway,
Yeah.
so but but back to the having a lot of dogs. Doing the feeding things one thing, then you got housing, you got wormers, you got all your medicines and all that stuff. What do you
Wormers
use?
are a pain in the ass.
I know y'all got to have it rough down there. It's tough here. What's your worming regimen like? What are you using?
So I ordered this pill off of what's it called? Native Dog Supply.
Mm-hmm.
And you get like 50 of them for $48 or something.
Damn.
And I normally give them, because there's 22 pounds per pill, and I'll give them 2 of those pills each, and then I'll give, like, to my small puppies, I'll give them a quarter of the pill, and then, for, like, that black puppy, I gave him a half of the pill. All right, so I gave him 3/4, them 2 black puppies. But,
in case
it
y'all
works
don't know
good.
what he's talking about, that black puppy's a bad mother. Yes, he is. That's gonna be my little puppy there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they just don't know what's happening with that, Charlie. But you need to find the name of that wormer and let me know. I mean, we sell all different kind of wormers too. We got the little store and all that, but
we ain't scared to buy from somebody else with a better deal.
Listen, if it saves money, that's the whole reason we started it.
Yeah, to help people.
We pass
honestly,
it along,
honestly, I think I found somebody else's. I ain't gonna say their name, but I think I found their supplier, because when you bust it, because I used to get the pills from him, but you get 25 of them for over half of the price of the, what I'm saying, over for the 50. So, and then when you bust them open, they look identical.
Well, in doing that, I've told guys like guys like you who've got 30 or 40 head of dogs, they can buy a 3-month wormer from us for $7.50. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
or if you call me and I know you, I'm gonna say, look here, I'll just order you a whole bottle. And you're going to save 25%, but it's going to cost you more because you got to order 100 at a time or whatever. And normally, most companies ain't going to do that because it's all about the money. And I ain't doing this trying to pump ours up in a way I am. I'm just saying, I'm just telling the truth because I do it all the time. I'm like, look, I try to share the savings if I can. I suck at being a salesman, a retail salesman. Suck at it because I don't make no fucking money.
What's the what kind of wormer is it? Because I get Safeguard, Vibazin, which I normally when I go I order them pills. I get a $60 bottle worth of Vibazin, which that's some strong shit. You got to be careful with that.
Oh yeah, you can cause your dogs to be sterile for a little while.
Yeah, and you can slap knock them asleep too.
Oh yeah, I hadn't done that one yet.
Well, they won't wake back up either. But
I might have done that one before.
Yeah, you can't give a small dog too much of it. But
my wife's got a little dog. I might need to worm.
Yeah,
I don't like that little bastard.
I promise you right now, you give it 3 days worth of it in one, give it a week, that thing gonna be rolled over.
Hell, that's crazy.
Yeah. My mom, she daggum killed her inside dog about a month ago with that Vibazin. She accidentally gave him all of it in one. That's how I know that.
Oh no.
Yeah,
that's pretty wild.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, shit happens.
It happens, don't it?
You get that on those big jobs.
Daily. What kind of wormer are you talking about?
We're using an Australian wormer, Rankin. It's a 3-month wormer, but you gotta if your dog has worms or it's got an infestation, whatever, you'll have to do it in doses. You'll have to start it out. You'll give it 1 Then you'll do it at 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks. And then after that, it'll be for 3 months.
Okay.
And you can give it to pregnant dogs, to nursing dogs, lactating bitches.
That's what I've always been worried about with worming a dog is when they're pregnant or if they're, if they're feeding or whatever. I've never wormed my gyp dog.
These puppies have been these couple litters, Charlie, are the healthiest looking puppies we've ever had.
Okay.
I mean, they really are. Genetics is one thing, but they're healthy.
Huh.
And when puppies usually hit about 3 to 5 weeks in that area there, from there to 8 weeks, you really got to watch them because they're gonna start. They'll start getting wormy.
Yep.
If you haven't wormed them yet, usually by then we've already wormed them. We haven't wormed these.
Oh yeah.
And they're 6 weeks, or one of them's 6 weeks, and the other one's 5 weeks.
Yeah, one's 5 and one's going on 7.
Or as soon as I thought it
was.
But if you want to get a bottle of that or something like that, just holler at me, and I'll get you. When we order some more, see, that's the thing. The shipping's high on it, and it might take 6 weeks to come in from Australia. It might take a week, 2 weeks, or 6 weeks.
I pay the express shipping, and sometimes it's 5 business days or 5 to 7 business days, and sometimes it's 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. You don't ever know if you just regular ship it though.
Whenever y'all order me one, and I'll shoot you the money.
That'll work, because like on that, you'll save a good bit if you order it by the bottles.
Yeah,
by the big bottles. A lot of the guys who have bigger yards, especially guys who have a bunch of running dogs, go to running pens, stuff like that. We always try to help them out and let them pass along the deal. But I mean, in all honesty, if you don't have but 3 or 4 dogs, then why would you spend $500, $400, whatever it is, when you could spend $30?
Yeah.
It's like it don't make much sense.
Buy a little tube of Safeguard and knock it up out of them.
That's it. And that's I tell people all the time. They had a guy the other day. He was like, "Well, what do you use for this? What do you use for that?" And I was like, "Well, look, I'm not a vet, so I can't give you any kind of medical advice, but I can tell you what I give my dogs." I said, and I'm not telling you to give it to your dog, but I'm just saying I put the Ivomec on them, some Safeguard, Panicure.
Yeah.
Any of the paste worm, I said they're real easy. I said, you just can't give them half a damn tube of it or nothing. You got to be careful, what you're doing. So, but there's a lot of ways out there that you can do it, and it doesn't have to cost you an arm and leg.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Do y'all have problems with snakes up there? Like, y'all get a lot of snake bites when you're hunting or stuff like that?
No, not really. I know guys who do, but they're further south. We do not. I'm not gonna say we ain't never had any snake bites, because we have, but it's not common. Like, we, knock on wood, we ain't had one in the past 2 years that I know.
Yeah, the moccasins are bad this way.
Oh,
moccasins and gators. Gators are a real big thing.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit when we was down there. Damn, them fuckers everywhere.
Yeah, they they love a dog too.
See, I couldn't believe how many was there. I was like, it's just a damn nuisance.
Dude, we got pictures of 3-legged coyotes on camera.
Damn.
Yeah, they don't play. And it's kind of messed up that the coyotes, they just get their leg ripped off, and then your dog, that jerker's gone.
Yeah. That don't make no sense. What's the difference? I guess that coyote's real quick. He's like, oh shit. He just
they're probably aware of it already.
Yeah. They're on guard. Is that the main issues y'all have to deal with, as far as, like the gators? You have more gator issues than you do snake bites?
Well, here this past year it's been gators, really. I mean,
really,
we get snake bit off. I mean, pretty regular. But
what do y'all do for the snake? What do you do to treat the snake bites in the field and stuff?
It just depends. Like, it depends on what's happening. So I mean, first I just give them some Benadryl or something. A lot of people use Dex,
Yeah.
but that right there, I'd rather not burn their kidneys up if I can help it.
Yeah.
But either burnt toast or just some Benadryl, penicillin, something like that. You ever heard about that burnt toast?
I was fixing to ask you about it. What's it? That's something I don't. I'm trying to remember if I've ever heard anybody talk about it. Personally, myself, no, but I'm just trying to think if I've even heard anybody talk about it.
Yeah,
It,
man.
it seems like I have,
I'm
but
talking
I
about
don't know.
burn toast the worst you can burn it. And shove it down the throat.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really know what it does, but it does. I guess it attacks the venom or something. I don't know,
That's pretty
but
wild. I mean, if it works, it
yeah,
works.
it does for sure.
I mean,
It does.
I'll take your word for it. I mean, you down there in the middle of all that shit, dealing with it all the time. That's something your papa taught you, ain't it?
We'll be back after a quick break.
And now, thanks to the sponsors and friends of Dixie Doggers. Animal Housing Solutions.
Boars N Broads.
Crockett Taxidermy.
Hardcore Hog Dogs.
Southern Cross Cut Gear.
Ada Y Transport.
4L Kennels.
The American Doghorn Museum.
Unique Hounding Hunting Supply.
Hogbaying.com.
Tuskers Magazine.
Mud Creek Hog Dog Trials.
Yeah, him.
Okay.
Justin Becker's uncle. I mean, I grew up around all old timers,
Yeah.
so I mean that's how I try to live. You know, just
Well, they can
the
teach you
ways I
so
was
much.
raised.
We were
Yeah,
talking about that the other day about, what science has proven and, what it says won't work. And listen, I get it 100%. But at the
Yeah.
same time, you can't tell me that this other shit don't work either. It's like, because it's been happening
for
for,
sure.
for 50 years or better.
No
Like
doubt.
the burnt toast stuff. That's not just something somebody made up. It's got to have something to it.
Yeah. Do it and find out.
That's what I'm saying. Or
I mean,
people wouldn't be
that's
doing
how
it.
I can tell. Yeah. But
What else, I was going to ask you too about y'all's, like the areas that you hunt, y'all got to deal with a lot of water.
piles of water.
So like, do y'all run, what kind of gear do y'all run? Cut gear stuff, vest and shit? Or how do y'all work that
Normally
around?
on our running dogs, I mean, we don't run no vest or nothing. I run cut collars on, my main three. If I know what I'm going in there to get, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be rough, then all my whatever cut dogs I take, they'll have a cut collar on, or I got one crossed up cur dog thing. I don't know what he is. He's tall and red, but he don't know what barking means. He don't even bark on the chain.
Hell
But
yeah.
I every now and then I'll throw a little strike vest on him. But yeah, normally we don't. And me personally, I hardly ever got to use my bulldog. Hell, I got 8 bulldogs. I don't even use them. But I like to breed them though.
There you go. Nothing
um,
wrong with that.
yeah,
How big are your bulldogs?
they're about, well, so my females are about 45 pounds, and then my males, they're really not much bigger. They're 55, 60, something like that, give or take a few pounds.
Yeah.
But they're medium size, medium height. They ain't real big. I got old school game bitch out there, which she's on her last litter right now. They're almost gone, but she's that Dabo blood.
Yep.
And then I got a Catahoula Bulldog cross my Clyde dog. He used to be my catch dog, but I bred them together, and I mean they're both not tall. He's bigger now. He ain't been doing nothing but eating potatoes and chips, but um, they're yeah, he's a small dog. Everybody that sees him run, man, ain't no way he catching hot. I said, show me one. He ain't got no teeth in his mouth right now, but he gonna drill him.
You'll hang him.
Yeah, which I like small bulldogs. I don't, if I gotta walk them in on the chain, which thankfully every litter the bitches had, I mean, I haven't had to teach them nothing. You know, they're well mannered. They'll listen. You ain't gotta have them on the leash or anything like that. Now, when they catch, they might get a little wide eyed and not want to listen, but for the most part, you can put that 15 on them and they'll loosen up for you. But
Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, I like them pocket rockets.
Yeah, we tend to stay on the smaller side ourselves. Well, used to it was real small, but now we're mid-40s. That's usually about what we keep for a long time. I guess most of them have been in the 40s. I've had some that were 28 to 30 pounds. Then I had a bunch of mid 30, high 30-pound dogs years ago, and then just kind of migrated up to where I like a good 45 to 50-pound dog that's hard. They can take care of it.
Yeah, when I was using that Clyde dog, he was 34 pounds.
Yeah.
When he was in his
had him slimmed
catching
up
stage.
Yeah.
But now he's thick as hell.
He's half Catahoula and half Bulldog.
Oh yeah, and he ain't got a lick of back down in him at all. He don't care.
We got one named Gene. Well, I got quite a few actually, half cat and half Bulldog, and every one of them's like that. Like you can use them as a straight walk-in catch dog, and they are just rank. But now Gene's a little smaller, but man, they gain weight. Like you ain't got to feed them much at all.
No, I give Clyde a cup a day.
Yeah.
And sometimes he don't even eat it all.
Yeah, that's these right here, man. Every one of them's like that. That Gene, we run him all the time, and it looks like he gains weight every week. And you cut him back to nothing, like you said, to a cup of food, and he don't even want to eat it. Like shit, is he gonna starve or what? But he ain't losing no weight.
You get that picture I just sent you?
Let me see what we got. I just got it now. Hold on, let me see what we got here.
So,
oh yeah,
that one on the right, that's Nina. That's one of my Gyp dogs. That's the daughter from 2 litters ago from that cat bulldog and that other brood joker.
Yeah, so
and then that's the
3/4 cat or 3/4 bulldog and quarter cat.
Yep, that's what both of them are right there.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good looking dog right there.
Yeah, which both of them, that little Brindle one, he's bigger now, of course, but I mean, it's just natural for them. They'll click, and it's a wrap from there. Anything, it don't matter. Squirrel, rat, rabbit, they want to catch everything.
That's good. That's what I like. A dog is just ready to get it. Don't matter what it is.
Yeah, I have hell, man. I go to the woods I don't go to the woods knowing I'm gonna catch something. I go to the woods hoping I'm gonna catch something. And if I don't, I'm at least gonna run something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily trash break my dogs, but whatever I put them out on is, that's what I want them on.
That's
but
it.
I get bored, shoot, I'll swing them doors, and whatever happens, happens.
Let them go. We've done that shit a lot over the years. Just hey, they gonna run something.
Yeah, we going hunting.
I don't care what it is. Just let them get it.
Yeah, I'm not too big on that, man, because I see it as one day there might not be no hogs around, and you might be hungry.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. It very well could happen.
So
No doubt about that. Well, down there where y'all got all these people that in that area that hunt, do y'all have a lot of conflict? Or is there much conflict, or does everybody get along pretty good? Or
uh that's
you,
a funny question.
hey, you already know
Uh,
this. You already know how we are on this show right here. You just gonna lay it out
yeah,
there.
no, I mean
If
it
it hurts, it
me
hurts.
personally, me personally, I don't care. I don't care. I mean, I'm one of them laid back cats, you know. I like mostly everybody and everybody mostly likes me.
Yeah,
But I don't really hunt, you know, where places where there is a lot of people. Like my club, it's just me and my buddy Ant that are hunting hogs. So I mean, we got 8,000 acres by ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
And then now when it comes to the private land, I mean the public land, that's where you go to running into problems because you got. I'm just gonna say it. People from down south and people from up here tend to not like each other. I mean, I don't really,
Uh-huh.
you know, the majority. Um, just because you know people up here may go down south and get a hold of their management areas and you know wipe everything out, and you know then they'll come up here and do the same thing. It's a lot. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, you know, that people don't see. But I like to read between the lines, so I understand what's going on. But no, I mean there's a lot of dogs that get stolen. That's probably the biggest thing.
Really?
Yeah, in the management areas up here,
Huh.
yeah, it's you'll have a dog go missing pretty quick.
Yeah, we've never had to. Well, I've had to deal with a dog getting stolen, but not in that situation. You know.
Yeah, man, there's some shiesty people around here, and another conflict that happens, you'll be running something, and then you'll have somebody pass you on the road, and they'll drive down a little bit around the curve from where you can't see them, but you know you can hear your dogs running. Shit, man, they'll pack 10 other dogs to it, and then
Huh.
at the end of it, they'll beat you. They'll beat you to the bay, and then tell you that you're lying. That their dog was on it. You
Ooh,
know, shit like that. Shit like that goes on.
that'd be pretty tough to handle there.
Yeah, that's why I try to. I've grown. I don't know. 3 years ago, I was heavy on the public land, but you know, just year after year, you're seeing 10, 20 more trucks coming in, and we're having dogs going missing and vanishing out of nowhere. You know, so I've kind of fell back from it. I'll go to the ones that's got less hogs and less people, make the dogs work a little harder. Well,
Yeah, that'd make better dogs for you anyway.
damn right.
Plus, it keeps all the bullshit down. Keep from having to deal
Mm-hmm.
with a bunch of people. We just don't have that much public land that we can hunt. So I mean, we like I said, we don't have a big population of hog hunters except for down south. There's certain areas that'll have quite a few here and there, but most of them's further south than us.
Yeah, man, I'm surrounded by them. So I'm talking about completely surrounded. Any which way you go from my driveway, give it 30 minutes, you'll be running into a WMA.
There's a lot of big WMAs down there too, ain't it?
Yeah, Osceola
Big property,
Forest,
yeah.
Ocala Forest. I mean, you got the Green Swamp, Camp Blandon, all types of stuff.
Man.
Hickory Mound, Gina, Osceola, hell,
Yes.
Mallory Swamp. I keep going.
Shit.
I'm telling you, they're all literally every single direction around me.
And why do they have that many of them? Just because is it like the property there? Is that type of property something that they just
I
can't do much with because it's already swampland, so they just make it a
Yeah,
WMA?
so that Mallory Swamp, I mean, that fits its name. You ain't gonna do anything on that. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think you can build it up enough. They ain't got enough dirt that's underneath. You know, you ain't gonna fill that place up. Straight water. But I mean, there used to be a lot of hogs on that place, but people got in there and started killing them. And but yeah, I mean, and some of it's like intercoastal. That's where you have a lot of problems with your dogs going missing when you're hunting the marsh area.
Huh. So, wow, I wonder why it would be. Or what do they do with the dogs when they sell them? Are they keeping these dogs? Are they selling them,
Oh
book bagging
yeah.
them, or what?
Well, you got, just say if your dog's running a hog and you're not keeping up. The main thing when you're in there, you better keep up with your dogs. Wherever they go, stay on top of them. You can't just, I'm gonna turn the dog out here and let him do his own thing. You're liable to not see him again. Um, so I mean, they will. Some of them, they'll take your dog and take it to the house, and some of them will just peddle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll sell it somewhere out of state or down south or, further, a long ways from wherever they got it from. Because normally, if you post a dog missing, you're gonna get, 100 or so shares about it,
Yeah.
especially around here. So I mean, they keep it low key. Like my brother, he had a real good walker jip go missing last year, if I ain't mistaken, out there, and she wasn't where no water was. I mean, there's gators out there, but she wasn't, where she went out of communication. She was in a good spot.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, that place is, so there's one block in there called the impound. This happened in Hickory Mound. There's a block in there called the impoundment, and it's literally, I don't know, 2 miles wide and 2.5 miles long.
Uh-huh.
But half of it's palm trees and open land like that, and with cattails all in there and stuff like that. And then the other half is marsh. And I shit you not, people will be in them woods walking their dogs, and hell, if they like what they see, they'll pick it up. I mean, that's
How do
true
y'all deal
fact.
with that shit? I mean, what's the process? Is there certain type laws that y'all have that kind of protect y'all from that, or do you just feel like, hey, I'm going to get my fucking dog, and we're gonna have to handle it?
9 times 10, we going, if we know, if somebody's got the dog, we're going to try to stop them before they get out of there, and then it's not going to be pretty. I mean, you know how that is.
Yeah.
But
I just don't know. I couldn't imagine that shit.
yeah,
Just
it
having to worry
it
about somebody
happens a
stealing your
lot.
dog.
Yeah,
It
it's
happens a
pretty
lot,
crazy.
man. There's some shady people, dude.
That is shitty as it gets. I got to worry
Yeah,
about my dogs. They ain't gonna steal my dogs anyway because they ain't gonna go nowhere.
yeah.
Them shitty ass dogs, they gonna be in the box. They gonna be riding on a truck or laying under my feet.
Hell,
Ain't nobody gonna steal
that's
them.
what, man. I can't, and that's funny you say that, because I hear you talk about how they cast and stuff. Man,
No.
I ain't, my hounds. That's, if it comes down to casting, that's about the only hope I get right there. My Curdogs ain't with that, because I
Sometimes they
mean that's,
cast good, sometimes they don't.
yeah. I mainly just road hunt them or rig them. I mean, that's how I hunt
We
my
got to where
Curdogs.
I used to. That's the way I hunted forever. And
Yeah,
then, like I said, we cast dogs a good bit, but some of these properties, it's better just to road hunt them with the rough dogs.
yeah.
I mean, hell, we get them off the side of the road 100 yards. They'll scoop that sumbitch up and it's done. We move to the next one.
Yeah.
But like some of the cast dogs that we've had some that were really, really good. And then the ones we got now, I mean, they're good. We have a lot of young ones. Like over the past few years, man, we've had several of them that they've got killed or died. They're just getting old.
Mm-hmm.
Retired a few of them, and so now it's kind of aggravating a little bit. This summer has tested my patience some for sure, but we've got a couple of prospects that are looking a little better, and
That's
they're
good.
starting to shine a little bit.
Yeah.
So by the
That's
time deer season's over, these ought to be doing pretty good.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I love, man. That right there gets me. That's like Folgers in my cup when a young dog like that goes to
Yep,
tweaking and geeking out there in the woods.
that's it. We had I had one dog that was real rough, and I put him up this first half of this year, and then we just broke him out not long ago, and he's got his mind right, as far as I can tell. he'll stand back and bay, and he's not acting too crazy. He's starting to hunt, so I'm just gonna keep pushing him, keep him in the woods. That's about the only thing
That's
you
how
can
you.
do. As long as he'll
That's
stay
it.
like that, he will be all
That's it, man. If they showing interest, dude,
right.
you really got to pound them bushes into them.
Yep.
Bushes and tracks. You got to feed them tracks.
Oh, hell yeah. I know, man, for several years, dude, it's like we hardly ever went on a dry run. And not, just very, very seldom. Maybe just a
Mm-hmm.
couple a year. And this year, it's been a couple of weeks, it seems like. It's like, damn. But, they're getting out there, they're hunting more, they're hunting further. They're putting it together. And so that's the only way to do it. And the places that we're going,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to these little honey holes. We ain't got no bait piles out. They're going to hunt. They got to get their ass out there and find the fucking hog. We're not finding it for them.
Yeah. See, now, I guess if I was in that situation, I'd have to do the same, huh?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It can be a hell of a lot easier when you got a
Yeah.
bunch of bait piles set up and all that. And now that the dogs know that, not all of them, but some of these young ones, now that they're starting to figure out, hey, it's okay for us to go out past 300 yards
Mm-hmm.
and hunt. Now what we'll do is I probably will start having some bait piles set up, and I'll start dropping them out about the range I want them to go. I'll say, instead of driving up close to that bait pile, I'll stop 500 yards before we get to it,
Mm-hmm.
cast them into it. It's mock hunting is all it's doing, but it's a real hunt. Because we can't have no live hogs. We can't fucking train them. We got to train them in the woods. But in the end of the day, it seems like it's a more consistent dog once they get started
Yeah.
good. Sometimes it can be hard to get them started though.
Yeah, that's right. And that last video I sent you with the puppies.
Yeah.
That's normally how I do it, especially with my cur dogs. I mean, my hound dogs,
Oh, yeah.
I just start them when they're about 9 months old.
Yeah.
If they're big enough, I feel like they can keep up with my dogs. I'll let them run around the yard. I'll see how they use their legs, and if they got them up under them, then that's normally when I go to take a dog
Yeah.
to the woods. Is if I feel like, because I don't want to have to go in there 500 yards, you sitting in the middle of one of them ponds. I'm not trying to do that.
Oh shit,
Because you
we've
got
all done
left.
that.
Yeah, I freaking hate. Oh my god.
We
But
started doing that here the past, well, I've been doing it for a long time. Used to, Rodney was dragging the pups along when they was 4 months old, 5, 6 months old, and I was like, you have to walk in there and get them or this or that, and I've done the same shit. We all have, and so I'm really proud of him on this last litter here. I think they're what 8, 9 months old now.
Yeah.
I think they're about 9 months old, and he started bringing them.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to cull all of them every 30 minutes, of course, but but like today, man, I got to give it up to him that little female. There was only one female in the litter. He only likes females, and she just wouldn't turn it on. She wasn't showing no interest. All the little male dogs were, and he really was talking about culling her early. I said, man, just give her a little time, and the time we showed him a little pig, she just was not looking. I told him, I said, man, let me just let me have her. He said, you do whatever you want to do with her. He said, because you know what I'm gonna do. Well, I kept playing around with her, and she fired up a little bit. Well, I said, look, just put them up. Put them up. Today, her first time ever going to the woods, like that's one we was talking about a while ago. Man, she hit them briars wide open. Mm-hmm. She went like 220 yards, and this dog has never been turned loose. I said, look, man, she's a little cur dog. To me, that was success.
Yeah, for sure.
And she didn't do it just one. Yeah, she didn't do it one time. She did it every time, and she stayed gone the whole time. Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, we got
She
something.
got drive in her.
And Nathan, Kimmer dog, Louis, he was down there. There wasn't no hogs on this property. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's 150 acres, but that's our access point. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's kind of a landlocked situation. But anyway, the hogs are just traveling through. So I was like, well, it's a good
Mm-hmm.
place to train these puppies and take dogs because it's a controlled environment. Well, Louis' ass is down there. He's gonna find him something to run. Louis opened up. Oh. Dude, that little pup throwed her fucking head up, and there she went, straight to him. I said, look at this little jip right here. Get with it.
Yeah.
I
It
said,
sounds like she's gonna be decent when she gets.
yeah.
Oh, she gonna have hell. I mean, she's already got the. Ain't no telling if she's hunting or whatever she's doing, but she's got to go out yonder way.
She ain't staying under our damn feet.
Yeah. No,
You know. And I
that's
mean,
good.
if she'll consistently go 800 yards, beat the bushes down, she'll be just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, Rodney wants them to go 8 miles. I'm like, Rodney, we can get in the fucking truck and drive down the road. But I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of one of them. I like them about 3/4 of a mile. If there ain't no sign, just keep going a little bit. But hell, man, once they make it that far, it's like, look, we can pick them up and move if we need to.
Yeah.
You know, but everybody hunts different. Every place is different.
Yep. You're right. You are right about that.
So, you know, what works good for me might not work good for you.
Yeah. So with that right there, how your dogs was, I mean, which I'm sure we'll end up hunting together
Oh,
here
yeah.
sometime soon. My club's like narrow but long. Like
Yeah.
it's a long club, but it feels like if you put out on him off coming in off of this boundary, he's either went in there across 5 roads and then crossed back out down at another drain, or either he's in the middle of the club and then you jump him. You know, if you don't catch him right there, if you jump him, he's probably going to beat you to the other side of the boundary on the very far side. You know what I'm saying? Directly north and south before you even get over there. I mean, that's just so it don't take long at all.
Yeah. Well, like I said,
But
that we ran into that when we was hunting with Cody, man. Like the dogs were going out, but you could tell they would break off on a different group of hogs, or those hogs had already got out of the country on them. And so having the long range cast dogs there, I don't think it was no help, you know.
yeah,
We were jumping the hogs right on the side of the road.
Oh yeah,
You just gotta be able to
that's
catch
why I
them.
like the road hunt, and
Yeah.
that's why my road hunters are a little bit more. You know, we want to eat you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if if they can't stretch him and catch him, I don't know what I don't know what to tell you.
So they be having a hard time then, won't they, bro? Yeah.
Yeah,
But no,
yeah.
we definitely had to get up together and go hunt some. I don't know when.
Man.
What are y'all shut down during deer season, or can y'all hunt during deer
Yeah.
season down there?
So my club shut down during deer season, but like I say, I'll go to the management areas. Not all of them. Like I
Yeah.
say, I'll go to ones that you're less likely to hardly see people or have them issues. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I don't go as much as I used to during deer season. But I mean, I run my dog so hard in the summer it ain't even funny.
Hell yeah.
People, a lot of people think I don't even feed them. During, I'm like, dude,
Oh yeah.
them jerkers. You come back next day, especially if I run them, consistently 3 to 4 days back to back. Man, that's to have feed in the damn bowl from 3 days ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, it takes it. It's one of those deals where I mean they're athletes. That's what it
Yep.
is. What did Jeremy say the other day? Oh, Cane Creek. He's talking about he said one of his dogs had got out and a lady found it, animal rescuer.
Yeah.
And she was talking about, she said, you can see his hip bones. He
Oh
said
shoot!
he told her, he said, well, if you got your ass out and ran 10 miles a night, he said you probably see your hip bones again. I was like, hell, boy.
Yeah, no, hell, that's how I like them, really.
Yeah.
Especially when
Well, they can
when them
move.
hip bones start showing. Yeah, them hip bones start poking up a little bit. Not no, where you can
Yeah.
see literally the whole bone on there, but
But the
once they
points.
start
Yeah.
poking, yeah, them jerkers, they in stride then.
Yes. They got some leg under.
Mm-hmm.
Because if, like, we did that this year, prime example was that with that Louis dog. Louis's one of those that he's a hard keeper, but like Nate had him, just fat and pretty, looked, like a picture.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch wouldn't go 100 yards. I'm talking about it was horrible. And then it was about 2 weeks, ran a little bit off of him. He got to where he was going to good again. Then we carried him today. Nate was like, he said, yeah, he's back down to what he normally is. Shit, he was rolling.
He was hunting good today.
Yeah, I'm talking about he was burning it up. I was like, and that's because he can move. It's just like me or you.
Damn right.
If I'm not a little guy.
I feel mine all the time.
Yeah, that's what shit. I don't want to be out here. I'm fat already. I don't want to run.
Yeah.
Now, if I was in good shape,
Exactly.
I might be running a little bit. If I'm running, shoot something that's behind me because the motherfucker chasing me. I don't know what it is, but it's after me.
Yeah.
It's a damn grizzly bear, the police, something. But get them off of me.
Yeah. My buddy say I move, everybody I hunt was significantly smaller than I am.
Yeah.
And
oh, come on, Slim.
Yeah.
You got that grown man physique like I do.
Oh yeah.
Grown
Man,
folks.
they say I move like a cheetah in them woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I leave there, especially dude, but I try to tell them, I'm like, dude, do you hear that in there? This ain't no bad. They're not bad.
Yeah.
They're in there squalling and
we got to get there.
Shit going on. This ain't no
when we first started hunting with Rodney, or he started when we first started hunting together, we'd be watching the Garmin, and we'd have dogs, they all split up running through there. Then all them lines would start to run together. I was like, we need to go. And Rodney was like, well, they ain't doing nothing yet. I was like, shit, we need to be headed that way. And then they'd all get together. And he was like, well, the bark thing, it ain't showing them barking. I was like, it ain't going to. We need to go.
Yeah.
And then finally he said, oh, man. He said, now I know what you're saying. I was like, yeah. I said, like, if they get there, it's already caught. We need to try to be there when they're there.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, holy smokes. He said, and it can be stressful. Very stressful.
Oh yeah, hell, that big red dog I was telling you about a while ago. I took him and my black lab to one of my buddy's tree stands. He had a bunch of bar hogs on camera. I turned out, and I had one of my walker pits too with me. But I turned out, and they left on it, and I really forgot where I was. And hell, they done ran this hog through this lady's front yard, across somebody's field, and they were headed to the highway. So by the time I got back around there, they had come up treed, and all I had on it was just my lab and that red dog. Oh. And we were 60 yards off of a pretty busy highway. I was on the railroad bed, and I got in there, and I seen that red dog. He's tall. He's not a small dog at all. Man, he was getting mudded by that hog, and luckily didn't have no teeth on him. But he was 250 pounds when I caught him.
Ooh.
But hell, he broke his jaw.
Damn.
Yeah, he broke my red dog's jaw.
That's a rough injury. Anytime.
Oh yeah. He right behind the bottom canines, which my buddy's dog, his name Pork Chop. He broke his jaw first, but he's dead now. But and then this happened, so we call him. Oh. That's PC2 or Pork Chop number 2.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah, his jaw done. It's grown back, but it's sideways. He got one canine stick out the whole time. Well, he be chilling. He'll still hang one like it ain't nothing.
We got old Tyson. He got his jaw broke. Man, it broke it running down the length of it and then sideways too. Messed him up. And he had already been fractured before.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been 2 years. This will be the third full year. And I think I'm going to turn him loose and see if he can hold. You know, he acts like he's just raring to go, which I mean he is. He's raring to go. I'm gonna see if he can. I'm gonna see if he can still hang on.
What is he?
Catahoula Bulldog Cross.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty good sized dog. He's all running catch. He used to get deep, real deep, and he wound up getting one of his tendons severed, and so it slowed him down, which was honestly it was a blessing because it keeps him about a mile or less. And oh yeah, like he was
so
bad.
Will they like range out without being on something?
Oh yeah, like
well?
No, that when I'm talking about how far they are, Charlie, that's how far they are with no sign.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, no sign.
Man, throw that in one of my things, man. God, dog.
Yeah, but at the same time, it was good to have them, but I tried to make sure we were set up and we would get on something because I knew he was going to roll out. And you know, now I think it brought him. I think the last few times we hunted him, he stayed a little less than a mile. 3/4 of a mile, he would do pretty good. But now after 2 or 3 casts, that foot would start bothering him. You'd see him come back down. You know, he would come back and check in after he made a couple of loops. He'd come back and he'd be limping, but he'd still go. Yeah,
this shit hurting me, man. You sure you don't want to put me up?
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. You put him up, and about 15 minutes go by. Shit, he's ready to go again.
Yeah, just need a little break.
Yeah, he's getting pretty old though. He's about 8 years old now. Yeah, but like I said, the last couple of years, man, I've just had him set up, and I hate sitting. You know, it's one of them deals where I ain't ever gonna cull him by no means, unless I just have to, because he's earned his. I promise you. But at the same time, man, I don't want him just sitting there because every day it's just like he's looking at there saying, "Come on, let's go." You know, but I've been so scared since his jaws got broke up. I was like, man, I don't want to put him in a position where he gets on a bad one and he can't hold it. And then that gets him messed up. You know.
Honestly, I haven't had no issues out of his jaw since then. No, I let it, which I only let it heal. Well, no, I'm lying. I let it heal back 3 months and then to where I could grab his jaw, you know what I'm saying, and bend it and he not, snatch back from me. And I caught 3 good ones over 200 with him, with just him and another dog. So, I mean, they had to work.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think where we was. Oh, I caught a big one right here by the house. He's 250, 260 around that area. And that one actually rebroke his jaw just in a different spot, on the broken spot already.
Yeah.
And I got one of his canines in the buggy as a souvenir. But after that, I put him up for like another month. And, I mean, shit, he's caught quite a few since then. And nothing's happened or hurt him. So,
well,
I'd say let him do his thing.
Yeah, and like I said, that's where I'm at with it. It's like, shit, gotta let him do something, man. I ain't no sense in. It's like, it's like a damn life sentence. If somebody's just in a kennel sitting there every day, all day, man, it just.
You hurting him more.
Yeah, exactly.
On the inside.
Yes, exactly. We were talking about the dog psychology today. It's like, dogs and getting depressed.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Tell my damn mama dog, she depressed out there right now. She in the pen.
She's depressed because that daddy left all them kids she taking care of.
Yeah. Yeah, hell, I ain't shitting you, man. The first heat after that brindle puppy in that picture.
Yeah.
The first heat right after that, Jugger knocked her up. I got a he's my house dog, but honestly, he's probably arguably one of the best dogs I got. He's a red-nosed beagle,
Yeah.
and that little Jugger right there does not play the radio.
Bad news,
Dude, I
huh?
promise. Yeah, he's bad on any animal. But yeah, he went out there and stole the cookie, man.
Damn, he got her laid up again. She's ready to get out and
Yeah.
about again, ain't she?
Oh yeah, she'll be out in about a week. And I'm probably gonna go get her fixed.
Yeah. That we've got a few females that, man, it's like every time it's prime time hunting, they come in heat.
Yeah.
And then they take turns. They can't all do it in the same damn 2 or 3 weeks. You know, this one
Yeah.
will get done. Well, when she's almost done, this other one's coming in. Then when she gets done, the other one's fully in. Then when that one's,
Mm-hmm.
then the next one starts. And it's like, son of a bitch, it's like 2-3 months.
How many gyps do y'all have? I mean, you know right off of here?
12, 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, I got a pile of them too.
I mean, we got a dozen or so. I know for sure.
At least.
If
every
not,
male dog I get 2 more damn females or something like that.
Yep. Well, we've been on a roll pretty good with the males. We've kept more males here lately. Used to is all you was gonna find. I ran a lot of females.
Yeah.
Which I like. I like running the females myself. But with the male dogs, you don't have to worry about them. About coming in heat and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know. I hate when my daggum dogs fight, man, and
yep.
I've had to cull through some of them here recently. Matter of fact, that boy that my buddy Cole that I was with when I met you,
Yeah.
he's up in Swainsboro, Georgia, and me and him, I met him, I don't know, a year ago, I guess. About 2 years ago. He got one of the puppies off of that Merle dog in the picture with that little brindle, and his ate some damn poison actually, and she died. But that's how me and him met. In hell, man, he's one of my best friends now, and we trade through dogs and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's more on that Cullen side. He don't play no bullshit. I got a lot more patience than he does.
Yeah. I'm the same way. The older I get, the more patience I've got. And it's a good virtue to have. Sometimes it can hurt you though, because it's like, man, you're giving this dog so many chances. It's like, man, this dog should have already done it. I'm not giving it another chance.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Hell, I got a Catahoula Blackmouth cross. She was the only yellow one out of the whole litter, and my buddy Corey, he wanted to get in hog hunting, so I met him through another buddy, Sean, and I was like, well, I said there's 4 of them. I said I want the yellow one, and that was just, I don't know why I did that. I really don't care what color they are. The other ones are some crazy Catahoula looking color, but they kind of look like Kimmer curs, really.
Yeah.
But what I was about to say, I think Kimmer, but anyways, I ain't shitting you. The first time he showed them 3 pig ape shit killers, they've killed every hog that they've seen, and then here I am, damn near 2 years later, with the same little yellow dog. She ain't she ain't
doing the same thing.
No, but I mean, she's slowly starting to, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Crank up a little bit. She'll go hunt, but I've never seen her personally bay a hog. But you put her in the pen with the hog, and she acts scared of it. But if it runs over there at her, she'll catch it, but then let it go. But if you bring that jerker out of that pen while she's in her pen, oh man, she gonna come unglued on it. So I don't know. She's doing a lot more than what she was doing.
Oh yeah. I mean, if she ain't running away from it, she's doing all right. She's all right. Shit.
Yeah,
Give her a little time.
I'm holding on. I'm holding on to her because of what she's bred. You know, what I'm saying what
Yeah.
her blood is. That's the only reason.
Because I mean, it might work later. If she turns out to be all right, then you breed her. You might get something real, real good out of the
Yeah,
next one.
I mean, like I said, she'll. I mean, she'll leave your feet. I mean, she'll go out there and hunt around. She ain't doing nothing crazy. 150, 200 yards. I mean, she's only been in the woods probably 3 times, but she's never just sat there and not went out there, and did something. But I've just never had the chance to have her on a hog in the woods.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
That once that happens, that probably change a lot. Then
yeah, we'll see.
she
I
figures
hope so,
out.
man. I like her, but also would like to if she ain't gonna have something else that will right there take her spot. But
Yeah. Yeah, she gets on one out there in the woods though. She'll be like, yeah. If she's out there
Get
messing
her tuned
around
up.
and runs her nose up under one's ass, that might change the whole deal.
Get her hot and fired
yeah,
up.
right. But I mean, hell, I got a lot of my grown dogs won't even bark at one in the pen, so I
Yep,
really can't be mad at her.
I
But,
agree. I don't want mine messing with nothing in the pen.
oh
Like
yeah,
I said,
definitely.
because like here we can't have live hogs,
Yeah.
and if somebody's got hogs in a pen, it's usually going to be a trap somewhere, or it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a domestic hog, and they're going to be over there tearing their shit up.
Well, and I mean, normally that's what I do. I mean, since we're allowed to have a wild
Yeah.
hog, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, if I
Uh,
could, that's what I'd be doing. I promise you.
and I'll show a dog, man, how I used to do it. Now, here, within the last year, I've been switching up with my cur dogs, but I'll just show them a hog one time, and if they're interested in it, I'll put them up till I'm ready to go. Or now my cur dogs, I'll let them puppies out. How I've been messing with them is I'll let them out and give them a little bit, and they'll mingle their way over to that hog pen, and they'll start messing with it on the outside. So I'll put them back up. I'll go in there and catch the hog tied up, drag it behind the pens through the woods a little bit, and tie it to a tree, and then I'll take them walking back there and try to get downwind of it. But if I can't, like the other day, that video held, they trailed it right to it for the most part, and they didn't really know what it was when they first walked up on it. It was kind of it was kind of spooked, but I mean after that, hell, they turned up on it then.
Yeah, they figured it out then. They got it going. So, but
But
that's
yeah,
and now those how old were those pups there?
that was last week. I mean they're not even 4 months old.
I was thinking to say I didn't think they were very old. I knew they
Yeah,
were
Crazy.
small,
and
so that's why I was like,
Crazy.
I like
I
how they're
wouldn't
fired
I
up.
I wouldn't 100% feel like they're going. I mean hell they already know what a hog smells like, and
Shit, the way they're
they
baying
can
that
take you
son of a bitch,
to him.
boy. Woo,
Oh yeah,
they got some
and they're
fire.
gonna be they're gonna be a little bit more rougher, I feel like, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, I'm saying, look, I don't care if they're gonna be rough, be rough. If you're gonna
Yep.
bay it. Just do one or the other. That's all I care about.
And then
Yeah.
that's what a lot of my buddies get their dogs cut, and I tell them all the time, I was like, dude, you can't have 6 dogs in there and only 2 of them really gangster.
Yes,
They
that's a
all got to
damn
be on the
fact.
same page.
You got to have all of them rough,
Yep.
or you got to be you got to play it like a game of chess. And we've done that quite a few years. I guess you'd say it. We run bay dogs. If they got in there and bayed, if it broke one time, we had some longer range run and catch dogs that we could cut to them
Mm-hmm.
and shut it down. But you gotta certain times we couldn't do that because it's like, okay, guys, we ain't got no access to get over here.
Yeah.
So why am I even gonna cut them loose? If it's only about catching the hog, then I'm doing it for the wrong reasons for myself personally.
Yep.
I like more. Catching a hog is great, but I like the dog part. I want to
Damn
make better
right.
dogs, and so there's a lot of times where we've basically had to, damn hog kept breaking and breaking and breaking, and we either had to go cut the dogs off and get them out of there, or we just had to go wherever they was at, and till the hog got tired. But for a long time, that we had it set up to where the properties that we hunted, I would bring 3 run and catch dogs, and we had 4 bay dogs. And if those bay dogs, if it broke, we dumped the run and catch dogs, shut them down, and we usually could get within 300 or 400 yards of it.
Yeah.
And that's really, most of the time, that's about as far as you want to get away from it here. There's been times where it was further, but it's the same thing down there where y'all are. You know that if it's 400 yards, you might have to get on your hands and knees and crawl in that shit.
Oh,
that's a long way.
Dude, it just depends on the block. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It depends on what block they're in. I mean, some of them you caught crawling from the ditch. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I know that one we went down there. Shit, we crawled. We walked in a good bit though. I will say that we walked in a pretty good ways, and but there was one ditch. As soon as we crossed it, it was on. I was trying to hunker down and trying to fight through that shit. Finally, I just flopped down, commando crawling that shit.
Dude, that's me. That's me completely. I got a messed up back, so it don't take too long, and I'm hurting my daggum legs. One of my legs go numb on me or something like that. Shit, man, I'll be out there army crawling. That's why I do it. I do that out there in that marsh.
That's right.
I'll lay down and gator slide.
Sometimes I just got to do whatever it takes. So,
I'm right about that.
Oh man, well Charlie, we've been on this for about an hour and a half now. We done took up a good bit of your time. I'm glad to talk to you overall. Period. Whether we on here or not.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
It's about the only second or third time we actually got to talk a little bit. I mean, we text some.
Yeah.
That's about it. But definitely.
I think I got on Nate on Snapchat, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about bow hunting the other day.
Yeah, he's Commando Joe. He's finna go bow hunting tomorrow morning, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm just determined. I haven't killed a deer with the bow, so I'm determined to do it.
Get a rock, hit that some bitch with a rock.
Hey, like I told you, bro, I'll catch spotted yearling fever, man. It don't. I got a shaking bad. I'm telling you.
Yeah, get a hold of it. So. But no, man, like I said, we appreciate you hopping on here tonight with us. It was short notice on your side for sure.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing was we had talked about it like just a little bit before that. What, about an hour? And because when he had sent me the pictures and stuff, I didn't even tell Nate that. I was telling him, I said, you're gonna have to hop on there with us. And then Nate was like, and I'd already talked to another guy, and Nate had a guy lined up. Of course, we try to keep a schedule, and then sometimes people, they get busy or they forget.
The schedule don't schedule.
Yeah, it don't schedule out, So when we was talking today, it worked out great. It was like, hey, let's go and hit it, get it done, and being able to talk to somebody who's got dogs and who hunts and does what they do. That's the whole reason I do this shit. I mean, I really enjoy it. Doing this podcast is. I've got to talk to so many people and meet so many people, learn so much shit about dogs. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And
for sure. I listen to it just about every day at work.
Well, that's good. We appreciate that part for sure. Because that it keeps us being able to put more out. Makes us want to do the shit,
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because it can get to a stalemate to where it's like, man, it takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
You do this, 4 or 5 nights a week or 4 or 5 times a week, and then you still want to run your dogs, and still you got to work, you got to do all this other stuff, and
I'm sure y'all stay tired.
Look,
that's a lot.
I don't say stay tired. I might get aggravated, be like, damn, man. So it's not because I'm doing this; it's because this is what I want to do, and I got to do other shit. That's why I get aggravated. So,
yeah.
But man,
I know what you mean.
We appreciate you, and like I said, we're gonna come make a hunt with you. And I already done told you, come on up. y'all more welcome to come hunt with us
Mhm.
anytime.
Oh yeah,
We got
I'll
some
be
flat
bringing your
land
puppy
too.
up there directly. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit that flatland. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm terrified. Dude, if I don't fall in the woods, it's not a good hunt. So I'm almost guaranteed to slide my fat ass off one of the cliffs.
Yeah, we don't need that shit. Lord knows. So. Well, we'll stay in touch, my man, and I'll get with you. Like you said, you bring that pup, we'll give him hell. We might not catch nothing, but we'll go give him hell.
That's fine. You can't catch a hog, catch a buzz. Come on.
Hey, we
Hey,
yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. All right, Charlie, man, we appreciate you, and we'll holler at you later,
Yes,
buddy.
sir.
Thank you, Charlie.
All right, y'all.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hell, I hit the damn button a little quick. Hey, Charlie, I wasn't trying to hang up on you too fast, bud. All right, y'all, that was our man Charlie Watkins down there, North Florida. Like I said, hit it off with him one morning, sitting there drinking a cup of coffee in the parking lot. I'm a long way from home, and we talked for a minute. He said, man, I listen to y'all's podcast and stuff. I was like, well, that's pretty cool, and just started talking. And, well, hell, Carter knows him, and Cody and Connor, all them, Justin Becker. They all know, all the guys know each other, and that it's a big network down there.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that, man. There's so many people down in that area that are dog hunters. It's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I that's definitely one of those places that I don't mind going. That's for sure. So
No.
well, folks, that's another one in the books. We're gonna keep on pumping them out. Y'all make sure to stay tuned and listen in. We got we got a couple of the new segments that we've had out. We got the one with Mr. Bob Plott, the Strike and Stay. Y'all make sure y'all keep an eye on that one and check it out. He's always got some interesting stuff to talk about. Some
Last
stories.
Thursday of every month.
Yep, last Thursday of every month. And then we even slipped around and did a little thinking, drinking episode with Jeremy Garner from Cane Creek. He's going to have the Cane Creek Classic coming up. If you got any cur dogs or coon dogs you want to coon hunt, he'll have it over at his house, at his place. Y'all holler at him. And then, of course, y'all make sure to check out all our social media stuff. Boars N Broads. That's our guys there. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. Rusty Mayshore, he's got the Mud Creek Bay. It's going to be coming up. The Woods Dog event. That's going to be something right there. That's going to be the February the 9th.
Mm-hmm.
February 9th, 10th, somewhere in there. We're going to be there early. We're going to be there for a week or so. Y'all make sure I know a lot of you listeners out there, y'all are woods hunters. This is an opportunity to bring your woods dogs and to a competition, and they're not competing against the professional pro level bay dogs and that whole genre. They'll be still, some of those guys will still be there because they have woods dogs as well. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping there'll be a lot of those guys will be there to support it, just as overall. I really believe it will be. And I want to shout out to the Kimmer Association. We went there this past weekend, had a great time. They also are joining in with us, Boars N Broads, Rusty Mayshore, and maybe a few others in the near future. They're going to start helping sponsor some of the prizes and stuff for our hunts. So we're breaking down little walls everywhere we go. We're all working together, trying to keep a network going. This is a tree dog association working with hog hunters. The Alabama State Coon Hunters Association, they have worked with us already. And we back and forth, we reciprocate that. So all you guys out there listening, when y'all are supporting these other dog hunting groups, they're paying attention. They're watching. And it's starting to reciprocate now. So maybe we can get a little thing going on here and have a good network and everybody work together. Because we all on the same team. We just need to get on the same page. Make sure y'all check out Houndsman XP with they've got it set up to where y'all can get with the Colorado Houndsman with their fight against for them banning the mountain lion hunting. Y'all need to check into that. Y'all make sure to keep all our hurricane victims and storm victims in your thoughts and prayers out there. And until the next time, we are going to take a nap right now. I got to go take something. My nose is stopped up. So we are out. See y'all.
Thank you. Hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Stay tuned for our new episodes every Monday and Wednesday. For questions, advertising, or just to chat, email DixieDoggers01@gmail.com.